Hi guys. So today we're gonna start something new. Um, we're gonna be doing well. First of all, what we're gonna be finding out is about something called scale factor. So what I'm looking at here first is it's out of section 7.1 scale drawings and enlargements, and it's off of page 319. So you might want to have a look at page 319 at this point. So what they show me in there is they give me this letter F here. They tell me it's 2 centimeters high, 1 centimeter across. So this is my original one that they give us. And then they give us the second letter F, which is 2.5 centimeters across here and 5 centimeters. And what this second F is an enlargement of your original one. So this would be the image. And that's important because if I look at how I calculate out scale factor, there's kind of like a formula for it. So I'd have, scale factor is equal to the original and over top of the original is the image. The important part is the original one has to be on the bottom. And how you normally see this is scale factor equals I over O. That's why I wrote image here, and I know that I think they called it a diagram on page 319. But to calculate out the scale factor, you have to look at corresponding parts of it. Like, for example, this part here, the 1 centimeter corresponds to the 2.5 centimeters. You know, the top's the top. Or I can use the height. The height of this is 2 centimeters, and the height of here is 5 centimeters. So all I do on my original, I'll pick this 2. I'll put the 2 on the bottom. And the 5, corresponding side of that is the 5 in the image. So my scale factor is 5 over 2. And if I take that 5 and divide the 2 into it, I'm going to get 2.5. So the scale factor in this case is 2.5. Now what does that mean? That just means that this is a mirror image of it. It's just an enlargement of it. How much did we enlarge it? We enlarged it by 2.5, or it's 2.5 times larger. That's scale factor. I could use the top part here, and this 2.5, it would do the same thing. So I would go S over F equals I over O. Here I look at my image, it's 2.5. Over here in my original, it's 1. And of course, 2.5 divided by 1 is 2.5. Again, it's important that the original one that you're given is on the bottom. And you can see that it's something getting bigger, so your scale factor has to be greater than 1. And if you accidentally mix it up and put it the other way around, you're going to get a number less than 1, like if you did 2 divided by 5. So that's kind of really all it is. But I kind of wanted to, before we look at example 1, I like using this here. So example 1 is from page 320. I'll read it here. The diagram of a mosquito was printed in a newspaper article about the West Nile virus. The actual length of the mosquito is 12 millimeters. Then they give you the picture of the mosquito, or the diagram of it. And what they ask us to do is determine the scale factor of the diagram. So here's my diagram, not quite as pretty as theirs, but its length, when you measure that diagram, was 45 millimeters. Then they tell you the actual size of the mosquito was 12 millimeters. Now the key is determine the scale factor of the diagram. So this is my original, this is my diagram. So my scale factor, again we said it's the image over the original. So my original is 12 millimeters, and my image is 12 millimeters. My diagram is 45 millimeters. And I have that backwards. Yes, this is my original. Fix that. Original goes in the bottom. It's my 12. And my image is my 45. Okay. So then I take my 45 and I divided it by my 12. And when I do that, I got 3.75. Again, it's important that this unit here and this one here, they have to be the same units. Like that's why you couldn't like take this here, they gave it 12 millimeters here, you can't say 4.5 centimeters. It must be in the same units. That's the scale factor. It means that the diagram is 3.75 times larger than the 12. And it, you know, if you took that 12 and multiplied it by 3.75, it comes back to be your 45. And there's no units in the scale factor. It's just saying, look, this thing is 3 3/4 larger than the actual mosquito. So the questions that I want you to do from that example are from page 323 and 324. And I want you to do questions 4, 7, 8, and 12. In those questions, they're going to give you some pictures and they're going to ask you to measure them. And I'm not sure whether you guys got things at home to measure and stuff with, so I'm going to give you the sizes on them. So on number 7, there's a fish there, picture of a fish, and it's 48 millimeters long. And in question 8, the head of a pin, the diameter of the head of that pin is 15 millimeters. And yeah, that should be all you need to do those questions. So, good luck with them, and I'll do up example 2 for you and have you do them.